Hey, Cancer. Happy June. That happened so fast. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and of course, any cross watchers. Happy summer, I guess, which is like, what? All right, what does Cancer most need to know? What does Cancer most need to know? What does Cancer? Too many cards. What does Cancer? Okay, so we get slowing down, isolation, and clinging to the past. Slowing down, isolation, and clinging to the past. So Cancer, right away, what pops into my brain about this is maybe there's something that happened in the past, a bad breakup, an argument with a family member, someone ghosting you, a falling out with a friend, and you have yet to look at it clearly and closely and just decide some things about it. Who are you now after this event has happened? What do you know now that you didn't know before? So it does look like you are taking yourself out of the situation, and maybe that's a good thing, but just be mindful about how long you do that. So sometimes when we keep to ourselves for too long, it's not necessarily a good thing. We may be avoiding something. So what your cards are saying is it could be time to do a little bit of work on whatever that is. Just pay attention to it and just decide that maybe it is not there to hurt you, but maybe it's there to help you by expanding you in some way. All right, so let's talk about your career, your love life. What does Cancer most need to know? What does Cancer most need to know? What does Cancer most need to know? All right, we get courage, control, and the source. Courage, control, and the source. So Cancer, it looks like there is a next step forward that would be a good idea if you took now. It could have something to do with the past relationship that didn't go as you thought it was going to go or as you would have liked for it to go. A lot of times when that is happening, that is Source trying to help you to move forward, but we just don't see it like that. So contained in the heaviness or the ghosting or the falling out with whoever are gifts, are new skills, are some sort of expansion. And so it looks like maybe by isolating yourself, that was your attempt to control your feelings instead of just simply falling apart and crying and just saying, gosh, this really hurt. And then understanding, what part did you play in that? Maybe you didn't play any part. Maybe this is strictly for you to understand how to communicate better, how to create clear boundaries. So it does look like you're being asked to do the work on the situation now so that you can move forward. And to remember you're a co-creator in this reality, which is why we get the Source card. So we got control, courage, and the source. And it does look like it's a continuation from the other thing, from the falling out or the ghosting or whatever happened in the situation. So it looks like it's just time to move forward. Your old, outdated ways of being are not going to get you what you want in this situation. So let's get you some advice, Cancer. What does Cancer most need to know? What does Cancer most need to know? What does Cancer most need to know? Oh, so this is lovely. So we get power, passion ignited, and solar plexus. Power, passion ignited, and solar plexus. So it looks like this whole situation was not only for you, but it was assisting you with things about yourself that you simply didn't know. And a lot of times We find those things out in the most unlikely of places. I can remember as a kid watching cartoons like Scooby-Doo and going, how do those kids know they have all of that courage to chase after a monster and try to catch the person who's doing it? And the answer is they don't. They're in the middle of the situation, and who they are shows up when they need it. And so it's the same for you. Who you are has shown up in the situation. You just haven't acknowledged it yet. So here again, we're being asked, hey, with the solar plexus, do a little bit of deep diving with the pain from the past so that you don't have to carry it anymore. And it looks like that is the secret or the key to your forward movement. So a lot of times we could be asking for a new job, for increased finances, and then something really strange happens and we're like, oh, hell no. Why is this happening now? Well, contained in that happening are the skills and the abilities that you need for the more money, for the new position. So believe it or not, these are actually really good cards. They're just trying to help you to understand that maybe you condemned the situation, the person, or yourself, and maybe it's just your thoughts about it that are weighing you down and not the situation itself. So these are actually really good cards, just trying to help you to move forward. So Cancer, if there is a question that you have always wanted to know the answer to, yes or no, hold that question in your mind, the yes or no question. Hold the question in your mind. All right, and the answer to the question is not right now, with the Three of Swords in reverse. Not right now. So Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in for your June reading. I hope you have an amazing summer, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.